Your car isn't dying all at once. It's happening slowly, quietly, right under your hood. One day the throttle feels a little less responsive. A few weeks later the engine doesn't pull quite as hard. Fuel economy drops. The idle feels slightly rougher than before. Most drivers ignore these signs because nothing seems broken. But here's the reality. Small problems quietly build up inside every engine over time. Carbon deposits form. Sensors get dirty. Airflow becomes restricted. And little by little, your car starts losing the performance it once had. The scary part is that many drivers think this means expensive repairs are coming. But in most cases, that's not true at all. Your car isn't failing, it's just slowly being choked by neglect. The good news is that many of these issues can be fixed in minutes with simple DIY maintenance. No expensive tools, no mechanic visits, just a few small checks that can restore lost power, improve fuel economy, and make your car feel alive again. Today I'll show you 10 simple things you can do yourself to stop your car from slowly dying. And trust me, number 9 is something most drivers completely overlook. Let's get started. Number 1. The MAF Sensor. Your mass airflow sensor measures how much air is entering the engine so the computer can deliver the correct amount of fuel. Inside the sensor is a delicate element that reacts to airflow almost instantly. Over time, dust, pollen, and tiny oil particles from the intake system begin to coat that surface. When that happens, the sensor starts sending inaccurate readings to the engine computer. The result is subtle but noticeable. Throttle response feels dull. Acceleration isn't as sharp as it used to be. Sometimes the idle even becomes slightly rough. The fix is surprisingly simple. Locate the MAF sensor on the air intake tube between the air filter box and the engine. Carefully unplug the electrical connector and remove the sensor. Then spray the sensing element with a proper MAF sensor cleaner. Avoid touching the element or using harsh cleaners like brake cleaner, which can permanently damage it. Let the sensor air dry completely before reinstalling it. The whole process usually takes less than 15 minutes and costs under $10. If the sensor was dirty, many drivers notice smoother acceleration almost immediately. Number 2. The MAP sensor. The manifold absolute pressure sensor monitors the pressure inside your intake manifold. This information helps the engine computer calculate engine load and adjust fuel delivery and ignition timing. In turbocharged engines, it also helps control boost pressure. Because the sensor sits directly in the intake manifold, it's constantly exposed to oil vapors and carbon deposits. Over time, that buildup can coat the sensing surface and lead to incorrect pressure readings. When that happens, the engine may feel weaker, slower to respond, or less efficient. Cleaning it is very similar to the MAF sensor. Remove the sensor from the manifold and spray the sensing tip with electronics or MAF cleaner. Make sure any small air passages are clear, then allow the sensor to dry fully before reinstalling it. Doing both sensors together usually takes about 20 to 25 minutes, and the improvement in throttle response can be noticeable. Number 3. The air filter. Your engine runs on a simple principle. Air goes in, fuel mixes with it, and combustion creates power. When the air filter becomes clogged with dust, dirt, and debris, the engine struggles to pull in enough air. Even a partially blocked filter can reduce airflow by a noticeable amount. The result is reduced engine efficiency, slower acceleration, and sometimes slightly worse fuel economy. Many drivers don't realize how much a dirty filter can affect performance because the change happens gradually over time. Replacing it is one of the easiest maintenance tasks you can do. Open the airbox, remove the old filter, and inspect it. If it's dark, dusty, or packed with debris, it's time for a replacement. A fresh filter allows clean air to flow freely into the engine again. Some drivers choose performance filters made from special materials that improve airflow and can be washed and reused. Just be careful not to over-oil reusable filters, because excess oil can contaminate nearby sensors. In most cars, replacing the air filter takes about 5 minutes and requires no tools. Number 4. The throttle body. The throttle body regulates how much air enters your engine when you press the accelerator. Over time, oil vapors from the crankcase ventilation system and tiny combustion residues form carbon deposits around the throttle plate. This buildup restricts airflow and can make the engine feel less responsive. Drivers may notice rough idling, delayed throttle response, or inconsistent acceleration. Cleaning the throttle body can restore proper airflow. Remove the intake duct to expose the throttle plate Then spray a dedicated throttle body cleaner onto the surface. Use a soft cloth to gently wipe away the carbon buildup, especially around the edges of the plate. Avoid forcing the throttle open on electronic throttle systems. After cleaning, the engine may idle slightly uneven for a short time while the computer recalibrates airflow. Within a few minutes of driving, throttle response usually feels noticeably smoother again. Number 5. Spark plugs. Every time your engine runs, the spark plugs ignite the air-fuel mixture inside each cylinder. This happens thousands of times every single minute. Over time, the tiny electrodes on the plugs slowly wear down. The gap between them becomes wider, and the spark becomes weaker and less consistent. When that happens, combustion isn't as efficient as it should be. The engine may feel slightly weaker, fuel economy may drop, and in some cases you might notice small misfires during acceleration. Replacing worn spark plugs helps restore proper combustion. Fresh plugs produce a strong, clean spark that burns the fuel mixture more efficiently. That means smoother acceleration, and sometimes a small improvement in fuel economy. Always check the recommended gap before installing new plugs, because even brand new ones may need adjustment. It's also important to use the correct type, specified by the manufacturer. If your engine originally came with iridium or platinum plugs, stick with that specification rather than switching to cheaper versions. Installation time depends on the engine layout. Some 4-cylinder engines make the job quick and simple, while certain V6 engines require more effort because the rear plugs are harder to reach. Number 6. The fuel filter. Your fuel filter protects the fuel system by trapping tiny contaminants before they reach the injectors. These particles are often microscopic, but over thousands of miles they slowly accumulate inside the filter. As the filter becomes more restricted, fuel flow can begin to drop. During normal driving, you might not notice anything unusual. But when you accelerate hard and the engine demands more fuel, a clogged filter may struggle to keep up. The result can be hesitation, reduced power, or inconsistent engine performance. Replacing the filter restores proper fuel flow and helps the injectors deliver the correct amount of fuel again. On vehicles with an external inline filter, the job usually takes around 20 minutes. However, some modern cars integrate the filter inside the fuel pump assembly, which makes replacement more complex. Number 7. The PCV valve. Your engine produces pressure inside the crankcase during normal operation. Some combustion gases slip past the piston rings and enter this space. The positive crankcase ventilation system, or PCV system, routes those gases back into the intake so they can be burned again instead of building pressure. At the center of this system is a small but important component, the PCV valve. It acts like a one-way valve, opening and closing depending on engine load and vacuum conditions. Over time, oil vapors and carbon deposits can cause the valve to stick. If it becomes stuck closed, pressure builds up inside the engine and may force oil past seals and gaskets. If it becomes stuck open, too much unmetered air enters the intake, which can lead to rough idle and reduced engine efficiency. Fortunately, testing the PCV valve is extremely simple. Remove it from the hose and shake it gently. A working valve usually makes a small rattling sound as the internal plunger moves. If it's silent or heavily clogged, replacement is usually the best option. Most PCV valves are inexpensive and can be swapped in less than half an hour. However, some modern engines integrate the system into the valve cover, which makes replacement more involved, so always check your specific vehicle design first. Number 8. ECU Reset. Your car's engine control unit constantly monitors sensors and adjusts how the engine runs. Over time, it learns driving habits, fuel trims, and airflow patterns. Sometimes these learned values become less accurate, especially after performing maintenance or replacing sensors. Resetting the ECU clears those stored adaptations and allows the system to start fresh. The process is straightforward. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and leave it disconnected for about 20 minutes. This allows stored electrical charge in the system to dissipate. After reconnecting the battery, start the car and drive normally over the next several trips. During this period, the ECU gradually relearns the optimal settings for fuel delivery, ignition timing, and throttle response. Some drivers report smoother acceleration and improved responsiveness after the reset, while others may not notice a major change. Results depend on how much the previous settings had drifted over time. Number 9. Tire pressure. This is one of the simplest checks you can perform, yet it has a surprising impact on how your car feels on the road. When tires are underinflated, they create more rolling resistance against the pavement. That extra resistance forces the engine to work harder just to maintain speed. Even a small drop in pressure can slightly reduce fuel efficiency and make the vehicle feel less responsive during acceleration. Checking tire pressure takes only a few minutes. Use a reliable gauge and compare the reading with the recommended pressure listed on the driver's door jamb sticker. Properly inflated tires roll more efficiently, improve handling, and allow the car to respond more quickly to steering and braking inputs. Always measure pressure when the tires are cold, before driving more than a short distance. Checking them once a month and adjusting with seasonal temperature changes helps keep the car performing the way it was designed to.